We have a couple little this and that. So heading into Backlash, Bianca Belair shows off her finger. That is disgusting and repulsive. Her knuckle. Look at that. Ooh, wee. That looks bad. So hopefully she's good. I don't think she's wrestling tonight. We have Jamara Sade, FKA Jakara Jackson, who gives her WWE update about how she found out how she was released from WWE, I guess. And her name's Jamara Sade, and she is already out there. Some other wrestlers already out there as well.
The questions was, how did you know you got released, and how did you react? So I was actually...
She got that Kevin Samuels music playing while she starts giving life advice.
Getting ready for my niece's birthday dinner. I got a phone call, and I was like, hold up. And answered the phone, and the person on the other end sounded sad already. On the real, I feel like everybody thinks about it, because it's not a matter of if.
Who edited this? Jamara, hit me up, okay? I'll balance these volumes though for you a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It's when I was shook. I definitely missed my niece's birthday dinner because I had to regroup. It's shocking news. You know what I'm saying? I did end up going roller skating with her, so don't worry. I didn't skip out on her. I didn't let that keep me down, because at the end of the day, my family means so much to me. It is what it is, and it ain't what it isn't. A wise man once told me. The questions was how.
Yeah, she'll be back, man. Just don't be bitter, don't burn the bridge, and make a name for yourself elsewhere. This was the stupidest release, I think, even more than Dakota Kai, was this one right here. Jamara, rather, sorry. I think this was the one for me where I really just couldn't rack my brain. There was more than meets the eye, possibly, Brian. So I said it before on SmackDown when I reviewed SmackDown. They're showing the AAA Mega Campeon, one-time AAA World Cruiserweight Champion, one-time AAA Latin American Champion. You know, so they're showing off and talking about TNA, New Japan, AAA, you know, and I love that. It's what a time to be alive in the wrestling world. Who else do we have? We have John Cena on SmackDown. Had a bottle thrown at him during his promo. Now, I didn't talk about this during the review. He played into it. I thought it was brilliant. I'm not mad at the guy for throwing the ball. Like I am. If it was a glass bottle, that's up. But I mean, wrestlers had to deal with that forever, with trash, all that stuff being thrown in the ring, dude. Rocks, batteries. People have had stuff thrown at them since the beginning of pro wrestling. Now, this guy threw like a Michelob Light, one of those like recycle-friendly bottles or whatever they are. They reuse them and make new bottles out of them or whatever. So, like, come on, dude. Don't be a bitch. That's, Cena didn't care. If it was a glass bottle, we have a real problem. He throws that Michelob. And yes, I'm not saying throw shit at wrestlers, but that moment worked. The way it didn't, like, beat him in the nose. And then he picked the bottle up and he's like, ugh, and he leaned into it and played into it. And like played to the crowd and shit and wove it into his promo. That was awesome stuff, man. So here's some video of it. Security threw him out. He'll probably be banned for life. I'm not saying people throw stuff at wrestlers, right? But if someone, when Hulk Hogan turns heel and they're throwing they're crumpling up popcorn bags and throwing them at him, like boo-hoo. That's not a big, you should welcome that almost, right? And this is, I'm not saying this is a popcorn bag. Like, could one of these bottles maybe cut someone if it was hurled at them the right way? Maybe, probably, yeah. But this was, look at it, what it is. It's one of those Michelob Ultra Light, like reusable, green, safe, friendly, recyclable bottles or whatever, right? So.
With his presence one last time.
See, like, that's a nothing bottle. Like, John Cena's chugged one of those and slammed it on his big-ass head before. You know what I mean? So that's a nothing. That's like throwing a can at him, pretty much. So, again, I'm not saying throw shit at people, but it's not. If he hurled a glass bottle, yeah, I'd be like, fuck that guy for real. Like, I hope he gets banned forever, but just security throw him out or whatever. Rough him up backstage. That's what the boys would have did. No. See, look how Cena milks it, and he wasn't. And then dirt sheets are like, he was not happy. People are mad. No, he what? No, you're making shit up. Cena's fine.
real champion, John Cena!
Yeah, that dude's a dumbass, but yeah, I just think that could have been so much worse than it was, and he didn't hurl a glass bottle, and MJF has taken people's drinks out of hands and splashed them in children's faces. I would say a grown-ass John Cena can get an empty Michelob bottle, which was clearly empty as well, thrown at him and have it nick his shoe, and he's okay with it. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, let's be men here for a second. We have Gators softball. So the female women's Florida Gator softball team, they have like a yeet with the tribal print in their dugout, which is pretty fucking cool.
Nice.
So something to keep your eye on there. Big fans of Jey Uso. Ladies love Uso. Natalia said that she's had talks with Saraya about training at her dungeon. And she says that she talked to her about coming to train with me. I'm really excited about her coming down. I told Paige, if you bring your heart and you bring your work ethic, you are ready to sweat. I would love for the chance to get in the ring with her. And right now, WWE on Backlash, they're playing the match between Cena and Orton from OVW. We played the one from the Brian Pillman Memorial Show. So there you go, man. The last time ever Cena and Orton linking up. The last time ever we'll probably see Paige in the ring, maybe if she does like a one and done or a two and done or something. We also got introduced the Evolve WWE Championships, men's and women's Evolve titles, WWE mixed with Evolve, but it's got the WWE side plate flavor, the white and the black to differentiate the men's and the women's, but keep them sort of the same. Makes sense. I like it.
Junior down there to the left.
Yeah, Terrorizing Junior, exactly.
Yeah, look at him.
Jesus Christ.
Dead like him. Dead on.
Jean Paul to the left, bro. Jeff Cobb is listed as a SmackDown superstar currently. Nice. So I was tweeting about this. It makes sense. He just ran out during that SmackDown match. I was also tweeting about how it could lend to what I was saying about John Cena. However, it's just the bloodline floodline. So it is what it is. No hate from me, but I'm curious to see where they go. From there, Indi Hartwell explains how she kept her name after being released by WWE. So listen to this. This is fucking hilarious. So she tells Giga Chad Chris Van Vliet, I just asked. And she goes, this is how it went. I've had this name my whole wrestling career. When I started at NXT, when you start wrestling on live events, they make you wrestle under your real name. So I wrestled under my real name for a bit. And then I think I had a dark match at NXT and I just asked Road Dogg, like, hey, can I be Indi Hartwell for this? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'll ask. Why not? And then they let me be Indi Hartwell for the dark match. And then it kind of just kept going. And then I got onto TV with it. I got my action figure with that name. I got in the game with that name. And then I think it was when NXT 2.0 started. They went through that whole weird thing of like, you have to. So listen, she stooges what Vince was doing. So you can't have your real name. So this is why Braun Breaker can't be Steiner, right? So you can't have your real name, but you also can't have a name that we don't own. They gave me the option to change my name or sell the name Indi Hartwell to them. So I sold it to them. So she made a bag right there, right? And then it was always in the back of my mind, like, oh my gosh, if I get released, what name am I going to be? Like, that's a big deal to me. So then when I got the call that I was being released, they said, okay, we're releasing you. So this is all she did to get her name, folks. Everyone's like, why isn't Elias right? And shit? Well, this is all he had to do.
Nobody
Check
asked.
it out. And I think it's because people have been trained to think like this isn't an option. You know what I'm saying, Jake? Like Vince trained people to think like, there's no way you could have your name, pal. You're the Red Rooster forever. Now I own you. You're the Mastodon. She's tripping. She's bugging. She's like, what the fuck? But all she does is this. They go, hey, we're releasing you. She said, okay, cool. So I sold my name to the company. Is there any way I can get that back? And then we got it all figured out. I got the rights to it and stuff. So what did they do? Like, okay, we'll withhold like 1 month of your pay and you can have it back. And we keep 5% or some shit or whatever the fuck. It doesn't even matter. It's probably not even that greasy. They probably just sold her the name back, or we're like, we're not going to give you your 90-day pay. And then we keep the name, deal. And then you get the name back or whatever, deal. Okay. You know, that's a fair trade-off. So Because she makes way more money as Indi Hartwell. Sorry, go ahead.
No, say if that, you're right. No, I don't even know if it would be that far anymore. Like, how much is involved in that to them? Like, I mean, the $100,000 that she got out of it or whatever is awesome to her, and they know that. And she's young enough where they're like, go be successful, go win the indie title that you've won, go get to TNA, go make yourself a star.
Yeah, they'll just bring her back as Indi Hartwell down the line if it's worth it anyways. So it's all good. But that's amazing, folks. Ask for your fucking names back. Just ask for them back, and you're all good. So we have Penta coming out, and people are saying there are plans in the very near future to align Penta and Rey Fenix as the Lucha Bros in WWE. This is per Wrestle Votes, not Westel Votes now. I told you motherfuckers, I told you Squared Circle Maniac motherfuckers on the podcast we did, episode 93. Go and check that out, youtube.com/Wrestle Times. But yeah, I told you guys, I was like, listen, man, they could get teamed up together because we were talking about that moment where the Dudley Boys reunited. I was like, they're going to build to that, obviously, but I think it might happen sooner than later. They won't have that moment on Raw or SmackDown or a PLE, but they'll have the moment of just expect them to be teamed up sooner. The dirt sheets run with that. I don't know if Wrestle Votes is listening to PWT or what, but we have the AAA show coming up in the summer. Penta and Rey Fenix's masks. Like, if you look at the graphics, they throw all those like outlines of masks in your face. Fucking Penta and Rey's are the first ones they're showing. They're running with these dudes. These are like the faces of AAA and representing both rosters in WWE and shit. So they'll team up for like the AAA whatever show before we see them teaming up full-time on Raw and SmackDown, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I've been on that shit way before anybody, and I'm super happy that I keep getting proved right. Lucha Blog, speaking of AAA, but one of AAA's lawyers who negotiated the sale told Alex Latin that WWE owns 51% of AAA and Philip owns 49%. So that's why it's a deal for them. Because WWE's like, well, we're in control of it with the 51%. We can overrule whatever the fuck, but we'll let you operate. Like, you guys own about half, but we have total control. It's a Kevin O'Leary deal. You know what I mean? Like, I have total control. I got 1% more, but we trust you'll do good shit, and you trust we'll do good shit. Look at the business we're doing, and we're going to fucking make this work and blow this up. So the main value of the company is seen as AAA's what? This is from their lawyer. What? Their IP rights. Huh. But, they're going to change AAA to NXT Mexico is what these fucking dirt sheets are telling people. No, you idiots. No, they're not doing that. AAA, and I've told you guys from jump.
Dummy. Yeah.
It'd be fucking stupid to do it, and it's the IP. It's these masks. It's these characters. It's La Parka, who, what did I tell you guys? La Parka is Doink the Clown. La Parka is not a guy who owns, he's not AJ Styles. No one owns La Parka, but now WWE has control of La Parka. So now in 2K26, expect a generic like Doink. It's not like that Doink in the video game is based off Matt Bourne. It's not like when they release Doink the Clown figures, they're based off Matt Bourne and his family gets money for that. That's an IP created by fucking WWE that multiple people have played it in different federations without permission because it's a fucking gimmick that WWE can't even sue you over, I'm pretty sure. So when it comes to La Parka and some of these characters, AAA owns the name Pentagon Jr. That's Penta's real name. They own that shit. The IPs are what's important to them. Oh, they're going to change AAA. No, they're not. That's so dumb. AAA's hot in Mexico. Why would they change it to now it's called NXT? It's fucking stupid.
I know a wrestler who wrestled as Doink the Clown on the Indies.
Exactly.
He was a guy that I worked with. His name was Playboy Bobby Starr. Search on YouTube for Playboy Bobby Starr. You'll see him getting beat up by Randy Savage, Scott Hall, all these guys. He had a contract with WCW for a year as a jobber. And he wrestled as Doink the Clown on the Indies, and then he washed everything off. He come out and jerk the curtain as Doink, wash everything off, and come out at the end of the show as Playboy Bobby Starr. He got
nice.
Double payday, brother. That works for me, brother.
That's how you work 400 days. That makes sense.
Cross Joe Dirt with Archie Andrews from the comic books, and you've got Playboy Bobby Starr.
That's amazing. So Joe Hendry is considered to be a lock to join WWE once his TNA deal expires. This is via PWI. I've been told you that. He is already. It's not reportedly considered a lock. He's a lock, okay? And he's in the PC whenever he wants. He's part of the family. Here's Jordan Grace twice in one match dropping Julia on her head. And then a bunch of sicko fucking marks going, man, the Fed fans couldn't handle can't even handle real wrestling. It's like, bro, it's not real wrestling to be dumped on top of your fucking head twice, you stupid idiots. Seriously. So let's watch this.
I like this.
So everybody, I want you to watch it as I watch it, okay? You do exactly as I do. So we watch the top one first, and then you watch the bottom one. I'll let it play a couple times. Really look at that top one, how bad that is.
I like this lady. I like this lady.
And she came right up and held her head.
I like this lady.
That's twice in one match. And Jordan botched a dive to the outside the week before, whatever. We got to slow down. How about we take care of Julia? Because it's fucking Julia, bro. Like, Christ in heaven.
My God. Mandy Rose. Good Lord.
Triple H apparently made the final call on all WWE releases. No shit. Doug Basham is coming into work as a guest trainer at the WWE Performance Center. He was among those at OVW who helped train Emily Bett Rickards for Queen of the Ring. Speaking of that movie. So shout out Doug Basham. I was always a Basham Brothers and JBL's Cabinet fan.
Go down to a picture of Mandy Rose.
Well, it's not a picture. It's her talking
that
shit
gif.
Here.
Jesus, God almighty.
So Mandy Rose had this to say about WWE releases. And this was her thoughts on the releases.
Because let's be honest, it's sometimes scary when you get released. And if you didn't save your money and you didn't make a whole lot of money to be able to save or invest, you might be in a little bit of a pickle. But there are plenty of opportunities. And trust me when I tell you, you will be just fine. They want to make you believe that you can't survive without them. So that's why there's always that fear that is instilled in every single one of us in that company. We all went through it. But 2.5 years later for me, I can sit here and say it's the best thing that's ever happened to me and I'm blessed. So moral of the story, you're in that boat.
She looks like
call me.
She looks like she passed out at a party drunk and someone took a Sharpie and drew eyebrows on her face.
Wow, that is tough talk there. Johnny Bottle's going hard on Mandy Rose. What's her name? Mandy Rose? Yeah.
Mandy Rose.
Shout her out.
Mandy Eyebrows.
If she goes as Mandy Sakamano, that name means nothing to the
every woman
community.
Has the cheat code of just you can start an OF. And even there's AI girls with not even real people now with that. And it's unfortunate because it just seems like, you can go that route and look at me. It's all good. But I don't know, man. I don't know if Mandy, we're talking to people like Indi Hartwell loves pro wrestling and shit. I don't know if, so it's like a whole different thing. Not to hate on Mandy or her hustle or any OF girls. I'm not hating on that. I'm just saying it's crazy that that's just a backup plan for any woman,
Who would sign up for a Nia Jax OnlyFans?
Lots of people, bro. Just the truth, man. So her advice isn't the one you should be listening to. No offense to her either. Okay, guys, I'm trying to be diplomatic here. And I'm just saying, listen, no offense to her, but if you're like an Indi Hartwell, maybe that's not the road you want to take. So just chill on that and figure it out the way you're doing it in TNA and stuff. Fans will reportedly be able to buy tickets to attend and watch the upcoming SummerSlam week tryouts in New Jersey. That's crazy. There has also been a lot of talk regarding independent wrestlers being invited. Yes, they are. Obviously, we know because of the NIL and the indie people get tried out differently. Indies do more traditional tryouts because they're making names for themselves, etc. NIL get brought in more through a structured and I don't want to say handheld process, but more of we need to make sure you even understand wrestling. You need to go through basic wrestling training first before you can try out. You're trying out by how we can develop you. Indie wrestlers, you're trying out more. NIL guys, you're more being developed, but they're all being developed. But anyways, I hope that makes sense to people. And yeah, it's crazy that they're letting fans buy tickets to watch them. That's like, holy shit, dude, corporate mania to the max. TKO has updated their official logo, so it went from green to like silver or whatever. And yeah, let's get into the last time ever. John Cena, Randy Orton, the last time ever.